Alright, this is part two. I'm sorry, I got a phone call from my girlfriend, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to marry someday. That's the plan. So, continuing on. Okay, so this, I can't remember where I was at exactly. However, uh, this fight's about to get underway, and um, looks like the odds are going to be pretty good, or at least in my favor, with the amount of attacks that I'm going to get. And after combat, of course, with that many poisons, I rolled like 6 poisons out of 5. Well, no, excuse me, 5 poisons out of 6 attacks, which is incredible. And unfortunately, he only had like a small ward save. I think it was like a 5 up, and he just couldn't make that many saves. So his wizard is out of the way, and I took one other guy down, and even though I charged, we I think I won by one, but he was stubborn, so he's stuck there. So there's 4 war dancers left, and I'll reform, get more ranks. That might have been a bad idea now that I think about it, but I think in the end, I think that they had those tree can up there had a charge anyways. So I figured I might as well bring down a couple more ranks, get some supporting attacks in there, since we're going to be the same initiative, and hopefully I can dwindle down on that war dancer unit some more. So that was the idea. I just simply my graveyard up here, and they've destroyed that eagle, and now they simply reformed. That eagle really didn't have much of a chance against that vampire and those great weapons. Now, of course, I didn't want to risk anything, so I simply just reformed. There's no sense in overrunning. I just need to face the biggest threat right now, which is that tree kin unit. So, oh, that's just a terrible picture. Here we go. All right, that just shows you a good painting job that Kyle does, and his war dancers are awesome looking. Of course, my ass grabbing ghouls here, they look pretty ordinary, and they're about to get their butts handed to them. These guys looks like 6, 9, 15 attacks are coming in there with 3 stomps in the flank. These guys are about to they're about to fall over and die, which is expected. So, and of course, that's exactly what happens. I do kill off a couple of his war dancers, though, which is, that's a bit of a plus side to the story. But he just took a nice shot at my. That was 320 points that I basically handed it to him, and unfortunately there was nothing I could do about it. In his turn, he took a few 20 shots into that Graveguard unit, and he pulled down 4 of them. So, going to my turn, I charge with both the Graveguard and the Corpse Guard. The Corpse Guard was going into the War Dancer unit. Hopefully I was just going to do some impact hits and then knock them down for those victory points. But it didn't make it. I think I needed like a 9, which is a little bit better than average roll. So there's it was just dice roll, and I tried, and there's no sense in not trying. I mean, they couldn't stand and shoot or anything like that. However, I didn't move that corpse card into range under half for the archers, which is going to come into play on the next turn. Of course, the Graveguard got it. They had it on like 5, so I mean, it was really hard for. I could have failed it, but I think I rolled actually like box cars, so I was in there for days, and that battle was about to ensue. Magic Face, I think nothing really happens. I think I rolled honestly like a 2 and a 2, and then he got an extra one, and he didn't have a level on me, but I couldn't do anything. I tried. What did I do? Oh, I remember now. Let's go back a second. I tried to in my magic phase. I actually had like 8 dice. I don't remember now. This was the next turn that I had like 3 dice and I couldn't do anything. But beforehand, I had 8 dice, and I tried to use Van Hels, and I fluffed it. I rolled a 3. That's where I got the number 3 from. And I failed to use Van Hale's, and it was kind of an average roll, goes off in a 7, so I needed a 6 total, and I thought I could just get it for some reason, and not have to worry about it. And of course, it didn't work out in my favor. I about threw the dice against the wall because I really needed that. And then I was like, well, we looked it up and we determined that the corpse card didn't need a mage to use its innate ability to cast its bound spell. So we used I threw 6 dice at it, and it went off irresistibly. And then we couldn't find anything about it. The corpse card happened to roll on a miscast chart since it was a bound spell or an innate ability. So I did actually get a version of Van Hale's off. So now I'm in good shape, I think. So on the next turn, or excuse me, after combat, I did some wounds to him, and I broke him in combat. He did I think about the same to me as well, and but I just simply had an extra rank, and I charged and I had a banner, so he lost by 1 and he failed it. So he fled, which is good, and that those great gremlins really helped being strength 6 against the toughness of 5, and that really was a game changer. So on his turn, this is me after I pursued him. He rolled like an 11. And I was just kind of like, oh, wow, I'm not going to be able to catch him. I rolled an 8. But I got out of the charge arc of those war dancers, which was pretty good. That would sting to get charged in the flank trying to catch him Shuriken. So, on his turn, he does not rally his unit of Shuriken, and ultimately, like, he just basically called it there because that was his biggest point sink. And now I'm simply just going to, on my turn, reform, and he's going to, I think he took his turn to simply, he didn't charge me, he faced the Wars Dancers to me, and he took, he had a flaming banner in his unit of archers, and he took down the corpse card. It only had 3 wounds, but he needed forged a wound with 20 shots, and, no regen anymore. And I couldn't make up my 6-up armor save on so the poor corpse card just like hit the dust really quickly, burned ash and smoke. So it was gone, and basically he called it there because the only thing I'm gonna do is simply reform and hit the just do some invocation because his biggest point unit's gone and he has no punch left, and those war dancers aren't going to do anything. I was going to challenge out, and he may do a killing blow dance, but I'm going to go first anyway. So that would be a Vampire Count's victory.